The Raptors signed 3 new guys, and none of them are me. Why? Wow! Kawhi! 15 straight W's to the very end.
Oh my goodness, this doesn't feel real!
What is going on, Rosano Nation, Raptors Nation? Welcome back to another edition of Raps Report, a podcast where I talk about the Toronto Raptors and other NBA news. I'm your host, Luca Rosano, coming at you on this very fine Saturday. Hope you're all doing well. And the Raptors have made some more additions to their roster. In this show, we're going to take a look at some of the new names the Raptors have brought in and take a look at their finalized roster that they will bring on over to camp as the NBA preseason is nearing, and then that is, of course, followed by the NBA regular season, which is set to kick off on December 22nd. So it's almost that time, Raptors fans. Almost that time to see this team in action. Before we get into today's show, please do me a solid favor. Like this video, sub to the channel if you are new. We're almost at 18K. Ring the bell so you stay notified on all the videos that I post. Keep connecting with me on social media. Go and follow me if you haven't already on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. And lastly, consider becoming a channel member today because it does help a ton and you can become an exclusive channel member with custom perks and emojis. And feel free to leave your comments down below as we get it rolling here. Okay, so who are these new guys? Who do the Raptors add? Who have they recently signed? Well, these aren't names that are going to significantly change your roster or, make or break you in terms of winning the championship. But nonetheless, there are names that we're going to talk about here. According to The Athletic's Blake Murphy, actually a former guest on the Luca Rosano show, he tweeted out that the Raptors have added 3 forwards in Henry Ellenson, Yuta Watanabe, and Alize Johnson to their roster. So, who are these guys? Who are these players? Let's start with Henry Ellenson. He's 23 and was a former first-round pick for the Detroit Pistons, being selected 18th overall in the 2016 NBA Draft. In 4 seasons in the NBA, the 6'10" big has bounced around quite a bit, also playing for the New York Knicks and Brooklyn Nets, averaging just 4 points and 2.4 rebounds for his career. Ellenson has only played 81 total games in the NBA. He did find some success, however, in the G League this past season for the Raptors 905, averaging 21.2 points, 9.7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block per game, while shooting 52.4% from the field and 38.5% from 3. So he really elevated his game in the G League, and that is why Ellenson has earned himself a spot here temporarily with the Raptors. All right, let's take a look at the next forward. That is Yuta Watanabe, 26 years old, and he too has also limited NBA experience, just playing in 33 games over 2 seasons for the Memphis Grizzlies. Like Ellenson, the 6'8" Japanese-born forward showed some promise in the G League, averaging double figures in each of his 2 seasons, most recently going for 17.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 1 block per game this past season. And then the final forward the Raptors are bringing on in, probably the biggest name out of these 3 names, and that is Alize Johnson. This was reported by Woj yesterday, and you look at Johnson, he's 24 and was selected by the Indiana Pacers with the 50th overall pick in the 2018 NBA Draft. He has only appeared in 31 NBA games, but again, like the former 2 players I mentioned, has showcased some potential in the G League. You look at Johnson, he is 6'7", and he averaged 20.1 points, 12.8 rebounds, 4.6 assists, and 1.4 steals per game, shooting 52% from the field. So these are all guys who the Raptors are obviously taking a chance on, and all these guys have showed tremendous promise in the G League. And sometimes you talk about finding a diamond in the rough. Well, the Raptors are known for finding multiple diamonds in the rough, especially at the G League level. So these are 3 of the newest additions to the Toronto Raptors. So basically now, guys, the Raptors have the 20 players that are going to make up their roster going into training camp. The players are as follows. Let's run down. Let's look at the Raptors training camp roster as of today. So OG Anunoby, Aaron Baines, DeAndre Bembry, Chris Boucher, O'Shea Brissett, he's a part of this roster. Terrence Davis, he's a part of this roster. Henry Ellenson, Malachi Flynn, Jalen Harris, Alize Johnson, Stanley Johnson, Alex Len, Kyle Lowry, Patrick McCaw, remember him, Norman Powell, Pascal Siakam, Matt Thomas, Yuta Watanabe, Paul Watson, and Fred VanVleet. So I do want to note about Terrence Davis, his contract is non-guaranteed, but will become fully guaranteed if the Raptors do not waive him before the 29th, which is tomorrow. So it's looking more likely that Davis's contract will be guaranteed, and the Raptors won't make a decision on Davis until his final court hearing happens, which I believe is on December 11th, if I remember correctly. So Davis's contract, in all likelihood here, will become guaranteed. So those are the 20 guys that are going to make up the Raptors training camp roster. Those are the 20 guys that are going to start training camp. And the team will reportedly host training camp at St. Leo University in St. Leo, Florida, starting on December 1st. Of course, the Raptors will be playing in Tampa Bay for the foreseeable future, as obviously the state of the world is going through what it's going through. Raptors are not able to return home, so they will be playing their games in Florida. So, yeah, very interesting to say the least. But we know the roster. Obviously, all these guys aren't going to make the final roster. A lot of the guys that are who have been recently added, they're basically playing with house money. There's a good shot that they don't land on the main roster, but who knows? Maybe the Raptors can find a hidden gem out of these 3 new additions. So you look at the Raptors' upcoming 2020 preseason. I do want to mention this because it was announced yesterday. They will be scheduled to play 3 games, one on December 12th. They will be taking on the Charlotte Hornets and the new look Charlotte Hornets. Obviously, they're going to have their top pick, LaMelo Ball, playing in that game. And then they play the Hornets again on December 14th, so they'll have another game against LaMelo Ball and company. And then their final preseason game against the Miami Heat, the reigning Eastern Conference champions, as the Raptors will have a final tune-up game before their regular season starts. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting times, guys. The next couple of weeks, we're going to finalize our roster, and then it's go time. It's show time. What can this team do? How will our new additions play, and how will this team come together despite all the recent changes, and will they be competitive in a very, very deep Eastern Conference? I did a show earlier in the week speculating where I see this Raptors team ranking in the Eastern Conference, so yeah, it's put up or shut up time very soon for this Toronto Raptors team, so I'm very excited to see how it's going to all pan out. So guys, that's basically it for today's show. Just wanted to do a quick one recapping some of the recent moves that the Raptors have made, and I wanted to talk about their preseason schedule. That's it. What do you think of the newest additions? What do you think of this finalized Raptors roster heading into training camp? As always, hit me up down below. Like, sub, share, all that good stuff. And keep it locked and loaded with your boy, Luca Rosano, on all social media platforms. That's it for me. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will catch you all again with a brand new episode on Monday. Till next time, be great and stay blessed. Peace.